Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of The American Dream. Today I'm so happy that I get to share with you 1322 Londonderry Place in one of the most prestigious neighborhoods in West Hollywood, Lower Sunset Plaza, right off the Sunset Strip. I'm going to give you a flavor of West Hollywood today, and as an extra bonus, we're going to sit down with Lindsey Horvath, the mayor of the city. But right now, enjoy this beautiful house. I am so excited to be sitting here with my friend, who also happens to be the mayor of West Hollywood, Lindsey Horvath. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So I think your story is so unique, and I'm really excited for the viewers to kind of get to know a little bit about you. So tell me, how did you get involved in politics and public service?
Oh, wow. Where to begin? I was a political science and gender studies double major in college, but I grew up a social justice Catholic in the Midwest, and I always had this feeling that we're just supposed to be of service to each other, that we're supposed to help the least among us, and that when you're given a lot is expected of you. And so, I always knew that I wanted to help people. I thought I was going to become a lawyer. That's why I moved to LA to go to UCLA Law School. I was an activist on my college campus and became involved in a variety of nonprofit organizations out here, and got introduced to the city of West Hollywood and immediately fell in love. It felt like home instantly, and I was just so excited to get involved, and I was unanimously voted to be the next mayor, or the next city council member in West Hollywood. And then I ran to keep my seat and lost, but I was able to continue my service as a transportation commissioner in the city. And then I ran again in 2015 and won. And the same day that I was sworn in to the council in 2015, my colleagues decided to vote me to be the next mayor of the city.
So Lindsey, this is such an amazing time for women to be in politics, and especially a major movement has been occurring in the last few years. How does it feel to be a part of that, and what are your thoughts on that?
You know, it's exciting to be a part of it. I feel a great sense of responsibility. You know, this year we're celebrating the 100th year anniversary of the 19th Amendment and women having the right to vote. Of course, we know that not all women had the right to vote when the 19th passed, and we had to pass the Voting Rights Act and so many other pieces of legislation that made voting even more inclusive, and that's what we want. We want to hear more and diverse voices as part of our public conversation, but we also see all of the efforts that are working against women right now and people throughout the country to suppress votes. And so, there's a great sense of responsibility to be out there, to be visible, to let your voice be heard, and to be somebody who, hopefully little girls can look up to, right, and see themselves in positions of leadership, so they too will become, the next mayors and governors and presidents someday.
What is it about West Hollywood that brought you here? What is it about West Hollywood that keeps you here?
I think West Hollywood is such a special community. I mean, it is. We are so committed to human rights and social justice, and really uplifting and creating space for people. And no matter who you are, no matter where you come from.
Well, Lindsey, thank you for joining us today. And
it's my pleasure.
Thank you for telling our viewers a little bit about the city. And I'm so happy that they're going to get to know a little bit about you, because I really do think, you are sort of that next generation politician that we can watch and we can relate to and go, she's like us. And you run a major city and you do it well. And so I'm very excited for our viewers to get to know you and for you to spend a little time with us today. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And you too, you welcome people into the city. We're so grateful for that. And your leadership is changing our community too. And we really appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us today on The American Dream. When I was talking about West Hollywood, it was important for me to show you some of the businesses that are pushing forth during this pandemic in the neighborhood. So today I wanted to introduce you to the butcher, the baker, and the cappuccino maker in the heart of West Hollywood. Come on down, get some yummy treats. But right now, I'm Yawar Charlie, and this is The American Dream.